On the Sabbath, you're not supposed to work. So if you get a job, right, and they tell you, hey, Antonio, you can work for me this Saturday, we go tell them. No, you're not supposed to work on the Sabbath, right? Very good. Right. Read get Exodus chapter 35 and verse 3. Right? So you're not supposed to work on the Sabbath. Right? That's the first thing. So we bring it back to remembrance as a young man, the things that you're supposed to do as an Israelite, right? It's gonna be hard. I ain't saying it's gonna be easy, you know. You're gonna trials along the way, right? But you have to try your best to keep God's commandments. Good. Because that's the only way you're gonna get the kingdom of heaven. Their inward thought is that their name will remain forever, read,
and their dwelling place to all generations. They call their land after their own name. What? They call their land after their own name.
Brethren, the white man, whose name was Leo Scipio Africanus, called the land after his name. So when you say you are African, you're saying that you come from a white man. That making sense? No, because you're not from a white man, right? But let me show you according to the Bible what God called you, right? Because you have a fly in your hand, right? That talking about slavery, right? Slavery taught us in school was a lie, right? The slave, our heritage go back further than Africa, right? And we're going to show you that today. Read, give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. Let me teach you young brother who he is according to the Bible and what God called him.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
What's the name, Bridget? Antonio, you hear one now, what you now read out of the Bible? What did you read? Read it again.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It said going and come to pass, meaning it going and happen. If you don't hearken or listen to God's word, right? Watch this is what can happen.
To observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day.
If you don't do God's commandments, what's what going to happen?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these what?
Curses.
All these what?
Curses.
What is a curse? A curse is a good thing or a bad?
Very bad thing.
A very bad thing, right? So very bad things going to happen to the Israelites for breaking the commandments. But I want to make the connection to show you who you are and how this relates to you, right? These curses fell upon a specific group of people on the face of the earth, not everybody, right? So watch this. Tell me if this curse relating to you and your foreparents, right? Give verse 68. Verse 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So God telling the Israelites, right? I'm going to bring you into Egypt again, but this time on ships. You know what the Israelites was doing in Egypt? The Israelites were slaves in Egypt. You ever watch the movie 10 Commandments? Yeah. Right. So let me give you a brief history. Moses went into Egypt to save the Israelites from Egyptian bondage or slavery in Egypt, right? So the Egyptians, who is Africans, had Israelites in slavery, right? But God saying, I'm going to bring you into slavery again with ships. Read.
By the way, wherefore I spake unto thee.
But wait, let me ask you a question, right? Which people on the face of the earth went into slavery on slave ships? black people, right? So-called black people, right? Alright. What's your sign here? Come and take in the sign here. So they Africa where you say you're from, right? The white man, they came, they rungs up the slaves from the west coast of Africa, the Gold Coast, you have Sierra Leone, you have Angola, right? All these different places, right? And the arrow showing them which part they went. They carried them to North America, they carried them to the Mexico, to the Caribbean, Cuba, Haiti, Puerto Rico, right? On slave ships. Watch your ships. Watch your ships. Black people on slave ships, right? But go talking to the Israelites. It connecting now? It making sense? So if this happened to black people, right? And in the Bible it's saying that going to happen to Israelites, would that make you a slave? Yes. But it also make you an Israelite according to the Bible. Because these things that you're seeing here is curses that happen to the Israelites. These are Israelites on the boats. God never called them black man. God never called them Africans. He called them Israelites according to the Bible. But let me read on some more.
Thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
So when you come off them slave ship, right? Raise up the sign again, right? It say when you come off this slave ship, you're going to be sold to your enemies. The white man that had the Israelites in slavery is our enemies. That's what God say, right? It say watch. To be sold. What it say? A cargo of 94 prime healthy Negroes. Negroes, right, was sold into slavery, right? So God saying, read it again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So God saying the Israelites going to be sold unto the enemies, read.
For bondmen and
men in chains, women in chains, right? Read.
And bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So who this happened to on the face of the earth? Now let me ask you something. As an Israelite, right? What do you think God wants us to do? Because we went into slavery, right? For breaking God's commandments, right? So, for us now, for God to give us the blessings, what do you think we have to do as Israelites?
Follow the way of God.
Say that again?
Follow the way of God.
Let me get into Deuteronomy 10 and 12. You're correct. We have to follow the ways of God, right?
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what do the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God and to walk in all his ways.
It say, Israel, what is the Lord require of thee, right? You have a requirement by God, right? Listen.
To walk in all his ways and to love him and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So you have to fear God, you have to love God, you have to walk in all his ways. You have to serve God, right? Let me show you how you just do that. Read.
To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good.
So you know, what's the name again? Anthony, right? Antonio. For you now to love God, if you say you love God and you want to serve God as an Israelite man, you have to be keeping God's commandments, right? So I'm going to show you some commandments that you can keep to show God that you love him, right? Because this is what God requires of you. Because if you don't keep God's commandment, what you feel happen to you? You're going to, it's no more slavery again. You're going to burn in the fiery pits. Alright, cool. So let me show you some of the commandments that you can keep. Let me get a simple commandment. Numbers chapter 15 and verse 38.
The book of Numbers chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generation.
So it says, speak to the children of Israel and command them that they put fringes. You know it's fringes? You see this here? You see where all the men in purple have on the clothes at the border? Watch it. Watch this. This. This is fringes. Right? These are commandments that God said to keep. Right? So we're trying to bring it back to remembrance. Because through slavery, all the slavery that we went through, that remembrance of us keeping the commandments has been lost. The oppressor has beaten and broken it out of us. But now in 2023, you could come back to keeping God's laws as an Israelite man. Right? Let me finish that and read it out for the brother.
And that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue.
So on the fringes, you have to put a ribbon of blue, as you see. So you put the fringe on the garment, and on top of the fringe, you put in a ribbon of blue, right? Let me see what it's for.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and to do them.
So it's for you now to look upon it and remember, hey, as an Israelite, hey, I'm supposed to be keeping God's commandments, right? And to do them like what? What is our next commandment? What is the fourth commandment? You know the fourth commandment? Alright, so we're going to teach you the fourth commandment.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
You know about the Sabbath day? You ever learn about that? Okay, so we're going to teach it. It says remember. So, the fringes, right? What's the purpose like? Right, for you to remember the ways of the commandments, right? As you say, right? So now we're going to show you a commandment that you have to remember, which is the Sabbath day, right? Every week, it have a Sabbath that you're supposed to have in your mind. You're supposed to remember, right? So like today is Wednesday, right? You're supposed to be thinking up all now, hey, the Sabbath coming up. When is the Sabbath? Are they prepared for the Sabbath, right? So let me show you how to keep the Sabbath and to remember it. Watch.
6 days shall thy labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Right, so you're a young man, right? It says 6 days shall thou labor. Labor means to work, right? You have 6 days to work, right? What is the first day of the week?
Sunday.
Sunday. You're a very intelligent fella. Sunday is the first day of the week. So then that means the last day of the week is what?
Saturday.
Right. So read that part from the top again.
6 days shall thou labor.
So from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? That's 6 days. You have to labor. Friday, when you see the sun going down, when that sun go down, the new day begin, which is the Sabbath, right? Read.
And do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
The 7th day, which is the Saturday as you say, is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God, right? Watch out to keep the Sabbath now, watch.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
You're not supposed to work on the Sabbath. That's the first thing. On the Sabbath, you're not supposed to work. So if you get a job, right, and they tell you, hey, Antonio, you can work for me this Saturday. We're gonna tell them. No, you're not supposed to work on the Sabbath, right? Very good, right? Read get Exodus chapter 35 and verse 3, right? So you're not supposed to work on the Sabbath, right? That's the first thing. So we bring it back to remembrance as a young man, the things that you're supposed to do as an Israelite, right? It could be hard. I ain't saying it could be easy, you know. You're going to trials along the way, right? But you have to try your best to keep God's commandments. Good. Because that's the only way you're going to get the kingdom of heaven, right?
The book of Exodus chapter 35 and verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitation upon the Sabbath day.
It says, ye shall kindle no fire, right? What do you mean to kindle fire, you know?
Don't put out the fire.
What?
Don't put out the fire.
Kindle fire means to light a fire, right? To light a fire. Ye shall kindle no fire on the Sabbath day.
Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitation upon the Sabbath day.
Because you're not getting one in Exodus. Because on the Sabbath day, you're not supposed to be lighting fire to cook anything, right? So we're going to show you that. Because in this time with Moses, God was giving the Israelites provision, right? Manna, right? So for the 6 days, they went out and there was gathering, sorry, for 5 days. And on the 6th day, he said to gather 2 portions instead of 1. Right? Because on the Sabbath day, you're not supposed to be going out there to cook or to work or to get nothing to eat, right? On the Sabbath day, right? So let me show you that. So the day before, you're supposed to prepare. For anything you have to eat, you have to prepare the day before, right? Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, This is that which the Lord had said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
So I can paint a picture in your mind, right? God talking to the Israelites right now, right? And he say, here, today is Thursday, right? Tomorrow is the day of the Sabbath when the sun go down, right? What you have to do?
Unto the Lord, bake that which he will bake. What you have to do? Bake that which he will bake today.
Bake, anything you have to bake, right? So you bake bread, you bake your cake, you bake chicken, bake, but anything you have to bake, right? Bake what you have to bake today, the day before, right?
And seed that he will seed. And
seed means to boil, right? That old English word that means to boil, S-E-E-T-H, right? Seed, that's what you will seed. So anything you have to bake, anything you have to boil, you boil rice, you boil a provision, you boil a soul, anything you want to boil, right? To cook, right? What you have to do? Read.
And that which remaineth over, laid up for you to be kept until the morning.
So you cook it the day before, right? And the following day, you have, you store it up so that you have enough for tomorrow so that you wouldn't have to kindle any fire or cook on the Sabbath day, right? So let me get one more law, Leviticus 23, pertaining to the Sabbath, and then we'll bring up the next teacher, right? Because with the Sabbath now, right? No working, no cooking, right? Get Nehemiah 10:31. You're not supposed to be doing no buying and selling. So on the Saturday when you come out here, you can't go and buy no KFC. You can't go and buy no doubles. And you can't go and buy no clothes. Right? On the Sabbath day, on the Saturday, right? From Friday night to Saturday night. That's the whole Sabbath day, right?
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
So if you see people bring out things to sell on the Sabbath day, what God say?
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
That we will what?
That we will not buy it of them on the Sabbath day.
You telling me I cannot buy on Friday night and Saturday during the day, boy?
That we will not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
You understand what I'm saying? Wait, see.
Buy anything from Saturday, no, from Sunday night, no, from Friday night to Saturday night.
Very good. Very good. No buying and selling on the Sabbath day, right? Let me get Leviticus holy convocation for the brother. Right? Because what they say, right? Where you just go to church? You just go to church. What day you just go to church? Sunday, right? Why you just go to church on a Sunday? Say it again.
It's the Lord Day.
Sunday is the Lord's Day? Okay. Well, let me read out of the Bible. Because, guess what? When you go to church on Sunday, that is not the Lord's Day. You understand? Let me show you which day is the Lord's Day.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
6 days, right? Shall work be done, but the 7 days what? Sabbath of rest, right? So it's supposed to rest on that day, read.
A holy convocation.
It's a holy convocation. Convocation means a gathering, right? So it's a holy convocation. Holy meaning, get what is holy? Get Romans 7 and 12. Right? Let me break it down. Let me give you sense. Right? It says a holy convocation. Right? So the Bible going and explain what it means to be holy. But what it means to be holy for you?
To be praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Alright. Well, let me show you what it means to be holy in the Bible, right?
Romans chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy.
It says the law is holy, right? God's law is holy, right? Read.
And the commandments holy.
So the laws and the commandments of God is holy, right? So, if the laws and the commandments is holy, what will make a man holy?
I don't care.
When he do what? Say that again?
We follow the laws and the commandments.
Correct. When you follow the laws and the commandments, that is what does make a man holy. So when it say in Leviticus, we have to have holy convocation, meaning we have to come together with people that keeping the laws and the commandments, brother. You understand?
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.